Good morning, friends. It is Saturday, the first Saturday in 2016. So Happy New Year to you all, and I hope you had a great New Year Eve, and that the year is off to a great start for you. The holidays are finally drawing to a close, and I guess life gets back to normal at this point. I have to go back to work on Monday, which I've been out for quite a while. I think my last day was the 16th or 17th of December, so I had a nice long vacation, which is great. It's good to recharge and all that, but it's also good to kind of get back into the routine. And it's sort of, life runs on cycles, whether it be the seasons or the hours of the day, or the days you work and the days you don't work, and it's good to maintain those cycles to some extent. Not that I'm not looking forward to retiring someday, but fortunately I have a job that I enjoy. I work with a lot of great people, so Monday I will be back there. But today is Saturday. I didn't get anywhere near as much done over my vacation as I wanted to. It's funny, leading up to vacations, I'm always making these long lists of things I'm going to accomplish, and the truth is, if I did all of that, I'd probably be more worn out when I went back to work than I was when I left. It's good to do that. It's good to challenge yourself. I did get some work done here in the shop, although not anywhere near as much as I wanted to. I'm in one of these weird, if you remember those number puzzles, when I was a kid, there was a little square plastic thing that had a set of numbers in it and one open space, and you could slide the numbers around, and the challenge was to get them in numerical order. To do that, very often you had to move the number that you wanted to go from here to here, had to move all the way down over here, because you had to jiggle things around, and that's kind of what reorganizing my shop is like right now. I've decided that I need to build a shelf to hold solvents and finishes and things like that, but I can't build the shelf until the shop is clean, because I don't have enough room to maneuver the stock around. So I need to build the shelf to clean the shop, but I need to clean the shop to build the shelf, and the best thing to do is just light up a pipe and enjoy the scenery. So speaking of pipes, I'm got my little Lane Crown Achievement billiard this morning, and I am enjoying a bit of a surprise. Well, it's not a surprise to me, it's probably going to be a surprise to you, because this morning I am smoking some McClellan Christmas Cheer. Nice festive tin, and really nothing says Christmas like a golden whale jumping in the moonlight. So, as you know, or as you probably have heard me say, I'm not a big Virginia smoker. I gravitate towards Burley, and I like. I'm particularly, while I enjoy Burley, I will occasionally have a Virginia. I used to think that I couldn't tolerate Virginias, that I just didn't like them, and my opinion on that really changed back when I first tried GLP's Union Square, and that was a very eye-opening tobacco for me, because up until that point I was told that McClellan makes the best Virginias on the planet, and if you're going to enjoy Virginias, you're going to enjoy McClellan. So I kind of use that as my gold standard. And McClellan makes some very fine tobacco, no question about it. And they have their base of loyal customers, and those guys are very happy with what McClellan puts out, and I'm very glad that they are, because it's a good, solid company. It's a U.S.-based company that's been around for quite a while, and they put out a fine product. It's not, their blends, to my palate, just tend to not be what I'm looking for, and in particular I find them to be rather heavy on toppings. And there's a whole argument about that vinegar smell, and do they add something to it, or is it natural, and all. I don't care. I just know that I don't like it. And so whenever I see a McClellan blend anymore, I just don't buy it, because I've traditionally just have not enjoyed any of them. Now, This was actually gifted to me. It's a bit of an involved story that I won't go into, but someone on one of the smokers forums gave it to me, and I'm very appreciative of that. And I have another tin of Christmas cheer from last year that was also a gift, and I just put that into my cellar because I thought, well, let's age it for a while and see what happens. Uh-oh. So that was a 2014 tin. This is a 2015. They put this out every year. And the story is that, the finest Virginias are collected all year long and saved up, and then they make this wonderful one-time only blend and put it out in limited quantities, and you buy it up as fast as you can. So when I got the 2015 tin, I thought, well, what the heck, let's see what the excitement is about and give it a try. And I've got to say, I'm impressed by this. It's a McClelland tobacco, no question about it. When you open it up, you do get that vinegary smell. If you air it out for a bit, though, this one is not overwhelming, and it becomes, in my opinion, really quite smokable. If you cut it 50-50 with Carter Hall, then it's about half as good as Carter Hall. No, I'm kidding. It's nice. I like it. I'm really enjoying this. I do have to air it out for a bit before I smoke it, but I am quite surprised at how much I've enjoyed this tin. Here's a look at the leaf itself. See, it's sort of a broken flake presentation, and it's very good. It's Virginia. So one of the tricks with Virginias is you smoke them slowly, you sip them, and you don't expect them to have that deep flavor that you'll get out of things like Burley's. But this one has quite a bit of flavor in it. I was so impressed by this that I actually, after getting about halfway through the tin, I went ahead and ordered another tin to cellar. So I now have a 2014 and a 2015 cellared, and I'm going to continue to do that. Maybe give them about 5 years and then open the oldest and just sort of continue to cycle that way. I don't know, time will tell. So I'm not going to run out and buy a bunch of Frogmortons or anything like that, but this particular Christmas cheer I'm really enjoying. So if you haven't tried, if you're like me and not a fan of McClelland, maybe give Christmas cheer a try. If you are a fan of McClelland, you've already given it a try and you're just saying, see, we told you. But that's okay. I'll be back to Cornell Deal blend soon enough. And speaking of tobacco, there's I'm not going to talk much about this, but there's a blend on its way to me right now that I'm very excited about. Sort of a lost friend that went off the market back in the early 80s has been revived, and as soon as I saw that I could order that again, I got some. So I'll let you know. It's probably not going to be exactly the same thing. I don't want to go into too much detail about it until I get it and try it, but something to look forward to maybe in the coming weeks. In other business, so I've completed the LJ Peretti pipe restoration. The last video was posted earlier this week, so hopefully you've had a chance to look at that. I've gotten a lot of nice comments about it, and I really appreciate that. Speaking of comments, I've gotten another burst of subscribers, and I think I'm actually at about 75 right now, which I'm blown away by. I can't believe that there's that many people that would be interested in watching me essentially clean pipes, but I'm glad you are. I'm glad that a few people have said they've learned something from the videos, and that's important to me. That's really why I want to do this, is to give you the ability to, if not refurbish a pipe from start to finish, at least be able to maintain your own and maybe fix the occasional loose stem or something like that. So I'm really glad that you're finding these interesting, and I'm really glad that folks are subscribing. Thank you for all the subscribers that have been there from the first video. I appreciate that greatly as well, and hopefully I can continue to provide you with some entertainment in the coming year. I've got a Stanwell project that I'm working on that, to be honest, I'm not certain I'm going to go forward with. It was a challenging project, and in the end, this is one that did not turn out the way I had hoped. I ran into some difficulties along the way, and just sort of got sidetracked by a few issues, surprising issues in the pipe. And I may still post it just because I think those issues are of interest. And I learned something about seconds, and well, you'll see the videos. So it's a Stanwell bent bulldog. It's one of my own pipes. It wasn't an estate pipe. And anyway, that's the next pipe project to look forward to now that the LJ Peretti is done. And I have done a retort video. Editing it. I've got one thing I need to confirm just to make sure that it's okay to basically get permission for something. That sounds a lot more cryptic and ominous than it should. Anyway, I'm hoping to get the retort video up this coming Wednesday. I know a few of you have requested that. I think you'll find it interesting. If you haven't noticed by now, I'm a fairly detail-oriented kind of person. I like to understand things, and so you may find that the retort video has a lot more detail and explanation in it than you want. It's basically in two parts. It's a rather long video. 2 parts meaning the video itself. It's only going to be a single video. But the first half is me kind of explaining the process and the equipment, and the second half is actually seeing a pipe get retorted. So if you start to watch that and think, boy, this is boring, jump to the middle and at least see if you enjoy the actual practical aspects of it. Anyway, I had a lot of fun making it. It was not an easy video to make, to be honest with you. Not the practical look, this is how you retort a pipe stuff, but just finding ways to convey what I think are the things to pay attention to during this process. On the one hand, it's really simple. On the other hand, there's a lot of ways you can go wrong with it and ruin the finish on your pipe, and you don't want to. I don't want to give you advice that's going to lead you to mess up one of your pipes. I'm trying to help you maintain them and make them better, if anything. So anyway, I hope you enjoy that, and as always, I'd be happy to answer questions or do an additional video if need be, just to make sure that everybody has the information that they need on that. So I think that's about everything I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to tell you about my dalliance with Christmas cheer, and I have enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, I finished up both Black Frigate and Plum Cake. I finished the last bowls of those on Christmas Day. So by the end of the day on Christmas, I had completed all of my Christmas blends, and they were great. It was fantastic. It was a great experience, and I really enjoyed that Black Frigate. I'll be getting more of that, no question. So that was all a good experience. Christmas cheer, not too bad. Bought another tin to cellar, and there's something streaming across the state right now to me that I'll be talking about hopefully next week, that I'm really excited about in terms of new old blends. Anyway, I think I've babbled on enough here for 1 week. I hope you're all having a great week, and again a great start to 2016. I'll do that on my checks for a while too. So take care. All the best to you this week, and I will look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye now.